Welcome to the Unification series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 31st of August 1977. And in the last part, we were doing mainly a little bit of firefighting while we built up our construction industry over here and dealt with the after effects of a winter earthquake, which I was going to talk a little bit more about in a minute. And also we were starting to put together our tourist town here so that we can, well, get another revenue stream. Also, so that we got a second residential area, which then comes back to what I want to talk about is earthquakes. And the first thing I want to say is a big thank you for your comments and feedback. Usually you guys give me a lot to think about. And I have had confirmation from the comments about the fact that earthquakes hit urban areas rather than your industrial areas, because obviously the consequences of losing a major industrial building is quite important. But of course the downside of that is the fact that if your residential urban areas are damaged, and also if your industry is in a little bit too close, then you may have a risk from that. And that comment actually confirms something that I've been thinking about quite seriously, which is the fact that I might need to change my designs of towns a little bit more. Also, my approach to maintenance, because to give you a bit more in depth on the effect of that earthquake that hit, it was in the winter of 1976. Was that there wasn't many fires, and that was actually confirmed in the comment. But when I actually clicked on the building, I suppose we've got nothing under maintenance at the moment. No, in fact, we actually got nothing at all at the moment, but that's okay. I think we might have, this one might have a maintenance job on it. No, obviously my maintenance is all under control. And I think this is a good example that when you've got your construction offices running well and they're well supplied, you can keep the maintenance under control, because when a building reaches 50%, because that's my current default setting, I think it's my current default setting. Let me just come in here and just check. Yeah, repair at 50%. And at the moment, let's just check here. I've got one building at the moment, which is a transfer garbage station, which is just coming up for repair. That could be interesting. Because of course it's when they hit 51%. Anyway, I'm digressing slightly. Now, one of the potential problems, especially when you're building up a new town, because of course we all build our residences at roughly the same time. So for an example, if I click on this maintenance overview, you look at all these buildings, they've all roughly got the same level of maintenance inside of them. They've got some at 19, 23 and 36. Now I'm theorizing that the rough difference between the actual level of maintenance is possibly caused by earthquakes. Now what happens is that when your building gets close to, say, 50%, like this one's at 47% at the moment. If you get an earthquake, even if you don't have a fire, that pushes up the maintenance to 50%, and that's exactly what happened in the winter earthquake of 1976. I had about 8, I think possibly 9 buildings that suddenly went into maintenance, and that put pressure on the construction office. And of course, one of the consequences of maintenance, just to show you here, this is probably a good example. Now, if you look at the quality of the flats in this one, because it's at 48% maintenance, the quality of the flats is 73%. But if I actually show you the kind of building, where is it? It's this one here. Now, this building, when it's new, has a quality of flats of 87%. Now, what I'm going to do, just out as an experiment, is we're going to push that into maintenance. And what you'll see now, well, you probably can't see because the print's so small, because I've pushed this building into maintenance, the quality of these flats has now dropped to 51% because it's now under maintenance. And I think this is the kind of hidden aspect of an earthquake, the fact that when you've got buildings that are damaged that need to be repaired, those then the quality drops to 51%, which then has an impact on you're on the happiness on top of the disruption caused by the earthquake. What that means is that I think there's an argument that what you could possibly do is push up the need to repair slightly higher just to keep everybody a lot more happier. The thing I'm theorizing is that once you've got a second town, then when an earthquake event happens, I'm assuming that the game will just select one residential area over another. So my previous strategy of concentrating on building one large town when I start out is probably not such a good strategy anymore, because if you've got, say, 2 or 3 relatively small towns but they can attract the earthquake, and this is another reason why I'm now kind of really wanting to push forward with this our tourist town out here. Let me just see, actually I'm kind of feeling that the game is kind of backsliding a little bit. So hopefully the idea is I'll build the tourist town, and if we get an earthquake in the tourist town, then that proves it. The more towns you've got, the more you can spread the risk out, and rather than building one big mega town which gets hit every so often with these earthquake events. So that out of the way, let's just get down to kind of looking a little bit more at what I want to do in this part. Now we've got this industry is cracking away, but I've had a bit of an idea, and what I want to do is put a distribution office up here. We're going to put, wow, that's big. I'm just going to put one of my favorites in here. I'll put a distribution office there. These guys can start with helping to build that. And the idea is going to be is I'm going to build a distribution office here. We're going to put some dumpers in there. And what those dumpers are going to do is bring gravel down to here, so that what we can do then is kind of put a reserve into here. And what that reserve will do is strengthen the supply of gravel to the chemical plant. And then also, because I'm starting now to seriously think about getting our rail construction office built. In fact, I think I might get the ground crew on that, simply because what you'll be able to do, what we'll be able to do then is, how can you explain it, is that the trucks supplying the gravel won't have to travel so far, because we will have a system of delivering the gravel down to here. Now the other problem I've got is crops. My silo is nearly full, and I've still got crops on the ground. Let me see if I can find it. If I click here again, you can see I've got hundreds of tons of crops in these fields. So I've come up with another idea. Oh, we've still got crops in there though. Right, let me just look at something. How much space have I got in here? We've still got a couple of 1,000 tons in here, but we still got, I think what I might be able to do is pick these guys up. It's going to be a long way, but we're not having to pay for fuel anymore. What we're going to do is tell you guys to take you to 80%, actually 90% actually. And what we'll do is we'll move the crops from here to there. In fact, I wouldn't, which money have I got? I think I wouldn't mind maybe a couple more cupboard holes. Some of the big guys. Get 3 more in there. Now, what I will do is, this is a medium field. I'm just going to destroy this, because this is my step 2 in my plan. We're going to put another big contingency silo here. Ideally, I wouldn't mind 8,000 tons, but oh well, we can get it in. So, well, actually, if I put it there, can bring a road out there to there. That's the in and the out road. And then what I wouldn't mind doing, if I could fit one on, is see if we can slip a cargo station about there. And it's going to affect my forest town, but to be honest, this is going to be probably more important. And what we'll do is we will put in we can then use this as a contingency store for this, and then as things build up and we get more workers in and get things done over here, we can then start to get even more going. That makes sense. Now the other thing is that we're getting some over 21s. How busy is this guy? Not busy at all. Okay. One thing. Oh, yeah. So what we'll do is we're going to build this. I'm going to push out the workforce even more in this direction because we need more workforce into there. We need more workforce up to here, and that will then probably increase the risk of an earthquake. But that's the way it goes. Yeah, there's one thing I do want to do because I'm pretty sure that I don't want get citizens here, so we're gonna have to come here and remove these. This is always catching me out. So just get rid of that. I don't think my demolition crew is getting to that over there, so I mean they've got a very long way to come. So you're demolishing a factory connection. Where's that? Get you. Where's that factory connection then? Oh yeah, this is the work that we're doing up here to put a potential sawmill in here. What I am going to do is gonna actually, have we got boards? Let me just see. And then what we're going to do is when this is finished, we'll put in a sawmill. We're probably going to need to demolish this as well. Just remove that little bit of road there as well. All right, this has been built. Get that going there. Something else I want to check because my chemical, where's my chemical truck here? Just want to check this route. Where are you going? Yeah, you are going to the border because my chemical production is getting a little bit kind of fluctuating because I've got so much stuff now drawing from the one chemical plant. Because we got our plastics factory here. I'm not convinced it's as good as it should be, to be honest, because it does consume a lot of chemicals. I'm just going to knock that back even more because what I do want is more workforce into. We got 300 tons of liquid chemicals. Yeah. I need more workers. I need to keep the workforce high in here. So, okay. What I've done is I've kind of shut down the workforce here, but so I'm kind of partly microing the this area so that I can keep the maximum workforce into going. Because one thing I have noticed, if you watch. If we get a workforce into here, it doesn't take long to empty this out. You just see here, these guys are very efficient in kind of processing that construction waste. So what I'm going to do is just let that get done, and then we're just going to take the workforce out again. So what I really should have done is built an aggregate store to cover that. Anyway, that's something that, well, we can work towards. Now, the next thing I want to do is just check on the prefab panel, and then hopefully then I've got one more thing to do after that. We need to get this functional now. So we'll get our, I think this is now finished. I did make a little bit of a mistake here. I actually put a bit of footpath here with street lights on. We can probably get rid of this now, because as far as I know, everything, oh no. Aha. Oops, messed up there, sorry about that. Who's building this? We put that as a priority. I think the rest of it's been built under here. Yeah, that's good. Right. So I've got so much to finish off and get done. But we'll just keep growing our economy. Our happiness is 76%. Right, what I need to do over here is we need to think about power. Just going to extend this road out a little bit. Actually, I'm going to curve it round a little bit like that. Except that, and then that becomes one road. Good. Because what we need to do out here is put in a power substation. Probably just join it on the end, like that is the main substation. Actually, if I put it that way, just on the end there, that road keeps joining together. And what we're going to do now, built the wrong one again. Demolish. Well, we can just keep adding to the length of the road. Yeah, that's better. Actually, what I'm going to do is put it that way. And we can trim off that bit of road there. And then we can do something with that road should we need it. And then what we need is going to go the full 18 megawatts. And we'll just follow the rail line up to here. But you accept that. That comes to connecting there. And then what we're going to need here is a substation. Probably the one that I just built by accident. It's a medium volt. No, what we need is a power transformer. Here. We can probably just slip this onto... Actually, if we put it this side, we've got a bit more room to work with the cables. So, drop you there. Probably don't need, I think maybe we'll go 6 megawatts to there. And then that means we will then be able to bring the power into here. Let's put a first substation in. If we put one here, actually if we put one about there, we've got to put some garbage collection in as, actually we'll put it there. No, sorry for the apologies for the indecision. Right, we've got to work on the trash collection now. Yeah, I'm going to leave the trash collection until these footpaths are built in, actually. Right, well, next thing we're going to need to do is put in water. My instinct is for the water to come in from... No, actually, we got the power supply. Well, we need the workforce to be able to get to our water plant. We've got workforce there. I think what we'll do is we'll put the water treatment plant up here. I think we're going to go with gravel. I'm not sure. Water treatment plants. 60. 132. Yeah. Actually, if I put the water treatment plant up here, that will put it in range of these, what we call it here. No, actually, I'm going to put it over here, and we'll put some residences over here. What that will mean is that these will be the residents in this area will be too far away from the, yeah, I'm going to put it back to where I was thinking about originally. Put you, and then what we need is a small well. Yeah, we're trying to do my usual thing, but a couple of small wells here. It's 94% water quality. In fact, I think we're just put you there, and then we're not going to bother with a tower or anything like that. Got a big pumping station just about here. We go underground, large pipe. You can come there, you can hook up to there, and then what we will do is start with gravel road going down, and you can hook into there, and that means we can add another one in here should we need it. And then we can, and what we're probably going to need is we'll put the pump in so that I remember. We'll put a large pump just in there, go underground, large pipe, connect you up to there like that, and then once we've got the footpaths in place, we'll start putting in the infrastructure. You could probably come down to there. Actually, no, get rid of that. What we will do is put an asphalt path from there, bring you down past the, like the hospital, isn't it? This is the hospital, isn't it? Yep. And then that will give a connection to there, which will then provide the water. And then we can pull the gravel in. Kind of wondering, because we got this road here. I think what I might do is, we might create a road, because the gravel will be brought into there here, won't it? How are we doing? Okay, I'm just going to put you guys on about 5, because we seem to have a lot of construction waste coming in now, and it's kind of causing a bit of a blockage. I think what I'm going to do is, we're never going to build a railway out here, so I'm going to build we're going to push a road out this way like that, come round the back of the railway station, and can't put you there, but there's crossing not allowed. The game often does this. Put a road, and this will act as a kind of service road. Let's just remove the That can be all built in one go. Right, we're going to get our ground crew on here. Well, we're not obviously not going to finish it in a month, but well, that's the way it goes. We are saving some of our crops. So we've now got that there. Let me just come up and check the prefab factory is coming along quite nicely. We've now got this built. We've got 896, whatever it is. So I'm just going to buy some dumpers. 1, 2, start with 3. And you're going to pick up from here. And you're going to take gravel all the way down. And you're going to drop off gravel there. And we're going to set you to about, actually we'll set you, how big's this? 870. So if we set this to 40%, that would always leave some capacity in for this, but it will mean that we will have a guaranteed stockpile of crops. Yeah, I'm still very worried about this chemical plant. And once we got a working load of gravel in there, that gravel can then be used to feed the filtration plant there. Who is delivering? Where are you? Right, you're there. Where are you picking up gravel from? Okay. We're going to change that. I don't want you wandering all the way out there. You can now pick up gravel from here so that you don't have to wander too far. And then eventually you can deliver the gravel out to here. Right, we're getting some more. There's unemployment due to small child. This is without drinking water. Why are you not? Okay, they've all just moved in already. Wow. Well, not that many over 21s yet. I'm a bit worried about that where it said shortage due to drinking water. Yeah, we may have a power overload because we're getting a little bit of a power fluctuation here. Citizens' happiness too low. That's because they've just moved in and they're not happy. It's good. So it's building without power. Okay, we're getting power fluctuations again. I think what we may need to do is put a secondary power line in here. So I think what's starting to happen is, and this is an effect that you can get when you play with the day-night cycle on, that the amount of power coming down from here is too much. So what I may need to do is put in another power line. We may have to put a power line down to here, which will then separate out the drain that's coming from here. And then we could, yeah, I mean, that might be an option because the power, just because you've got an 18 megawatt line doesn't necessarily mean that you've got, because what's happening is this one is coming all the way to here. Although at the moment this one's not drawing that much power. I think we might put in a parallel line to here. No. Okay, I need to keep an eye on that. I think part of the problem is the fact that we're not keeping a consistent workforce in here. which is then causing a little bit of power fluctuation, which is, it could be a bit of a pain. Let me just come back to these guys. One thing I do need is some snow plows. Yep, bit of an oversight there. Capacity, plow speed. Oh, we're going to got the money. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that's painful. Oh yeah, I didn't do the one over here either. Oh, great. So many things to think about. I think we're only put 4 in here. And this one side is not quite so important. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to cost. That was painful. And of course, we're now in winter, which means that we're probably in earthquake territory now. Right, let me just check the crop situation. Yeah, we've basically cleared all the crops in this side. Let's see what level of mess we've got over here. Well, not too bad actually. I think we've saved as much of these crops as possible because we're shipping stuff up, so maybe we won't need that. I think I'd still want this contingency store. It's every instinct to me screams that I need to be able to get all this done. Because I don't like the idea of losing crops. Actually, let's have a look at the fertility now. Let me just flip to here. This is 150, this is 150. These all seem to be stuck at 150. The reason for that is that we're not getting enough bio in here. Now, we're kind of plateauing at 150 constantly because we're not getting enough ordinary fertilizer. And let's have a look at my fertilizer plant. Where are you? I can never find it. It always seems to want to hide from me. I just had an idea. What we got here? Yeah, I mean, we got no problem with this guy. I just want to. If I buy just gonna buy we got here. Okay, we're gonna buy one of those. I've got an idea. Where's my bit of that fertilizer plant go again? There it is. Load what we're looking for. Biological. Not that one. I don't want the transfer office. What I can do is unload biological waste, and your job is to keep it. What's the capacity on this? Your job is going to be to try and keep this 10% full. So the idea is going to be is that we will get a steady some extra biological waste coming into here. That means that we will produce more fertilizer. That fertilizer will then be put onto the fields, which will then give us more crops. That's the theory, anyway. And then we will definitely need this warehouse here. Yep. Get the ground crew on this. Get the road crew on that. How are we doing over here? starting to feel that maybe I need a... Right, this corner's been cleared out now. So now we've got quite a large area here. What have we got? We've got the shopping centre, the theatre, hospital, cinema. Now, do we need a university? Or actually, I think what we could do is, because I don't think my universities are kind of specifically overworked over here, are they? In fact, I don't think they're doing very much at all at the moment, because I'm not really researching anything. Students waiting for party officials. Well, okay, maybe we will put a small university in, but not one there. But we got a little bit of an opportunity here. What we do need is a sports hall, don't we? Yeah, we need indoor sport. We can put indoor sport and outdoor sport in here. 175 people. It's actually got a score as well. Indoor pool. Okay, we're going to put an indoor pool just here. That should, with judicious use of footpaths, we can come there. In fact, while we're on a sport roll, I think what we might do, what we got here, tennis courts, got a beach. What we'll do is we'll put a couple of tennis courts out in front of the hotel as well. We might as well make it start to look like a, because we're going to need to put attractions in. We'll probably put some attractions down here. Traffic jam. Okay, what we got now? Plows again. These plows need to keep this going so that we can ensure that our workforce up here, we should get more people. Yeah, we're getting a lot more queuing up here. We're going to need that workforce eventually. Yeah, look at that. Great. Okay. What's up with you guys again? What's up with you? I've got a feeling that we've got an overload now on heating. Yep. We've got heating problem. Yeah, we're not getting enough workforce into here to drive our hot water tank. I just love this game. Let me just see. Right, the hot water. Yeah, the temperature should get back up again now because there's no water. I think probably what's happening is that the water supply is now, I don't know, looks like we've got a little bit of an overload with water. We've got 47, so yeah. Yeah, we're getting an overload here because this pipe is kind of a little bit over the top. What's your maximum capacity? Yeah, your maximum capacity is 120. So that is now being overloaded. You are not pushing out that much. So what we could do is we've got a spare capacity from here. If we go down there, we we bring in some extra capacity from here. High capacity, maximum, high priority. What that will do is we'll take the surplus that we're producing from here, because at the moment we've only sent in 24 cubic meters of water that way, and we are drawing water from here. In fact, what I could possibly do is break this pipe, but I'm a bit reluctant to do that at the moment. What we'll do is we'll build this first on high priority, see if that evens the water supply. If it doesn't, what we'll do is we'll actually break this pipe here, and yeah, we've got an overload going that way. I think we're going to need another water supply, aren't we? This is the choke point. I mean, ideally I would like, if possible, to we could drop you down. I think we're just run you're drawing too much from this area here. If I can get you off of there, go low there, get you to there, get you on there, 5 there, high priority. This one's getting a little bit overloaded as well, so we could kind of, if I do that, it's going to, I don't know, we'll cancel that. Right, we'll see if we can even off the water pressure. And of course, part of the problem we got now is because our happiness is falling. We're going to get problems with benders now. Of course, these idiots won't go to the other stores despite the overlap. So we got it under control. Happiness is still falling. Just make sure this is fully staffed. How's the coal supply here? It's going down very, very quickly. Okay. I'm going to put you guys on delivering coal to here. And you've got to keep that full. I need that running as maximum as well. I'm running out of time on this video, but ideally what I would like to do is get these pipes done. I mean, they're being built pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do is cut the video here, and I'll come back when these pipes are actually built. Okay guys, welcome back. What we got now is we got more water driving through these pipelines. We are getting more water actually being driven into these terminals, but you can see everything is still a little bit overloaded, and this is now fluctuating a little bit, but I think we've kind of partly fixed the problem now. So we've now lost the malice with respect to water, but we do need to try and get this a little bit more efficient. because these are no longer reporting a water shortage. So what that should happen, so what we got there, so you can see now that our happiness has now become positive because we managed to get our water supply fixed. I just want to monitor it a little bit more. We certainly are getting a lot more water pushed into here. This one is fairly overloaded. I don't think we can put much more pressure on this area here until we've got at least another water supply operating in this area. In fact, it's the fact that our only area of expansion is here. I think what we'll do is put another water supply in over here, and of course what it would mean is it'd be a bit closer to this area here. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.